Good morning and welcome to Sunday special of Dr. Lamba explains Sikhism. Chandi Di Vaar is one of the finest ballads ever written in Punjabi. It's a philosophical, spiritual and heroic composition written by Guru Gobind Singh. It is the fifth Bani of Dasam Granth. It's also called Vaar Shri Bhagavati, and in some books the title is Vaar Durga Ki. The first stanza of the Chandi Di Vaar, and this is fact not known to many, that the first stanza forms the inherent part of the Sikh prayer called the Ardas. And Guru Gobind Singh used the ballad to explain the principles of Guru's way. The ballad relates a contest between a Gurmukh, a man who follows the God's path, follows the command of the God, and a Manmukh who does not believe in God and chooses to follow himself, humans. And this ballad points out that whenever there is a battle of spiritual discussion, the people who follow the wisdom of God who win. As a matter of fact, this resembles to a great extent what Guru Nanak did when he went to Gorakhmath and at Siddh Goshti, that is the dialogue with the Siddhas, the yogis, making them believe that their way of thinking was wrong. And later on this place came to be known as Nanak Math and became a major center of Udasi sect. Nanak acted as Chandi, as a matter of fact, representation, and the Siddha acted as Demas. And Guru Gobind Singh picks up the theme, but then he transmutes the whole thing. Now this can be taken at two levels. On the one level, as I said, spiritual level, the fight between materialism and the fight between spiritualism. On the other level, this is a pure story of Durga fighting with the demons. And the demons were destroying the angels, and the angels came and requested Durga to help them. Now, according to some of them, the Sikhs are not supposed to worship Durga, but they do. Let's be very honest. And Guru Gobind Singh in this Chandi Di Vaar is clear in exploring the Hindu culture, which was the major mother culture of Sikhs. And he uses a complete mythology of Shiva, Durga, Chandi. And as a matter of fact, some people, very die-hard Sikhs, say that Sikhs do not believe, Hinduism doesn't call it Bhagavati, but they do call it. From the very beginning, let's be clear that Guru Gobind Singh was a worshipper of the power of spiritualism manifested through martial powers. Now the history is that some Pandits went to Guru Gobind Singh and asked him to do yajna. And the Chandi will come and give blessings to Guru Gobind Singh. And Guru Gobind Singh said, yes, I have no problem with doing the yajna, but I will not do yajna the way you do it. So then he started reciting this Chandi Di Vaar which he had composed. And after he had finished reciting it, he threw the whole samagri into the fire of yajna and took out his sword and said, this is Chandi. My sword is Chandi, and with the help of this sword I shall conquer. As a matter of fact, Chandi Di Vaar is recited after sunset, but it must be continued all night, non-stop. And as a matter of fact, this is a war of martial spirit. This is a war to enthuse people to fight. And the purpose of this was reciting non-stop the whole night was so that the whole night the Sikh army was enthused, motivated, and the next morning they could go and fight the Mughals where they were outnumbered as far as the number is concerned, but their bravery. And that relates to what Gobind Singh said, "Sawa lakh se ek ladaun, tabe Gobind Singh naam kahun, that I'll make one Sikh fight 125,000 enemies and then be victorious." So the whole thing is basically a march, imbibing a martial spirit in a community which had been demoralized. The Hindus had been under slavery thousands of years. Huns, Muslims, then Mughals and everybody, So Lodis and then the Mughals and before that the slave dynasty. So this community was demonized as well as demoralized. So the main purpose was that Guru Gobind Singh wanted to bring a sea change in the mental makeup of society. He wanted to enthuse them, encourage them for the war of righteousness that he planned to undertake. Now the aim of the ballad is to inspire warriors to stand for the truth and righteousness in the face of tyranny and oppression. The ballad has three parts. The first part is having 233 verses. The second part has 266 verses. The third part has 55 verses. On a deeper level, as I said earlier, on the spiritual level, this is basically an external struggle to control the basic animal instincts. And all the three ballads are extremely metaphorical and deeply narrative in nature. They describe the battle of Durga, also known as Chandi, Bhavani, Kalka, against demon warriors such as Sum, Nisum, Chand, Mund, Domar, Lochan, and Rakadbi. Some people interpret it that lust is personified by Maheshwari, selfish is personified by demon Sum, instinct force is Indra, is the self of man. Durga is the divine God within you. Sumb is pride, Nisumb is anger, and Domarlochan is cloudy vision, warped vision. Chund is greed, Mund is attachment. So the whole ballad is based on the tale of Durga in Markandeya Purana. Now, as I said earlier, that Guru Gobind Singh was highly educated, well versed in all the Puranas, Shastras, Vedas, and also in Persian literature. So he had a cosmopolitan outlook, but he drew on the Hindu scriptures because he wanted to enthuse this demoralized community. And now Markandeya Purana, based on that, these ballads have intricacies of higher power and control. So Chandi becomes the embodiment of strength and might. And it is in the female form and described in a majesty and glory. This is in fact the primordial power of the Almighty God, the original power. And women, because it embodies empathy, compassion, and strength. So Chandi without empathy would be just Kali. Durga, Chandi, Kali, they are the same thing, but manifestations are different. So the real worship of Chandi, according to Gobind Singh, was knowing how to wield the sword, destroy the evil and uphold righteousness, as expected. And as known, through his inspirational writing, the Guru was able to transform the character of the multitudes totally. And that's what happened, that the 40 people, led by a woman, Mai Bhago, could defeat about 3,000 Mughal soldiers in Mukasar. They died, all of them. But before they died, they had defeated the enemy. The Chandi is an image of a mother placing it on a pedestal in an unequal, and when you read the poetry, it has a virile temper evoked by a succession of powerful and eloquent similes. And the music, the richest timbre, the whole poem is designed by Guru Gobind Singh to create a spirit of chivalry, dignity, and a sense of bravery, Biras. The beginning is, O Lord, by creating Durga, thou hast caused the destruction of demons. Teh Durge Saj ke Detan da Nas Karaya. So the creation of Bhagavati, now represented by the sword, anybody who has a sword and knows how to use it, is the instrument of God. So, as a matter of fact, Var Durga Ki, written in 55 stanzas, traditionally following the holding of 3-foot sword. Now that is there. Now the Rahatnama, the Sikh code of conduct state, as you should be read standing up with a sword in hand. Therefore, it has to be memorized. And Ardas, as I told you, any Sikh event, celebration, begins and ends with Ardas. And what is that? And Ardas, as I said, is the first verse of Chandi Di Vaar. And when people say that Gobind Singh didn't write it or didn't worship it, they are in fact betraying ignorance that the very Ardas is from Chandi Di Vaar. Ekam ka Sadjuj ki fateh, God is one and God is victorious. Shri Bhagavati ji sae, Var usti Bhagavati ji, Pratham Bhagavati simar ke Guru Nanak li jai. And then Fir Angat Guru Amardas Ramdas hoi sai. So first is the worship of Bhagavati. Then comes Guru Nanak, Angad, Amardas, Ramdas, Arjan, Har Gobind, Har Rai. The whole chronology of the Sikh Guru comes. But Guru Gobind Singh himself doesn't include himself. Then Har Krishna and his father Guru Tegh Bahadur, they are mentioned. And all of them, the last line, for example, when Guru Tegh Bahadur is mentioned, Tegh Bahadur Simriye Ghar Naunid Ave Dhai. That 9 forms of the gifts come, and Sapthayo is Sahai. Bhagavati is, Chandi is helpful everywhere. Now, philosophically, as I said, you can call it your consciousness. Bhagavati is a consciousness, and that's a combination of intellect and wisdom of soul. Bhagavati is formed from 2 words. Bhag, that's a faith. And this is in fact a combination of soul and supreme divine. But then there is one thing. According to Gobind Singh in Chandi Di Vaar, such creation of Bhagavati, Durga, is because of the order of God. And as per Chandi Di Vaar, he rejected the concept of Brahma as a creator, Vishnu as a nourisher, Mahadev as a director, as a destroyer. He directed that the Vishnu, Brahma, Mahesh, Krishna, Rama, Durga, they were created by the Creator, the ultimate Creator, by order. And that Kans, demons, Rama, they were also created by the same Creator. And Krishna got power from Hukam to kill Kals. Of his own, he didn't have the power. Same was about Rama and Durga. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, Saj. So God created Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. They themselves are the creations, not the creators. And Sirje Dano Devte. God created the demons and the gods. And then there had Durga Sajke. Then you created Durga. So the whole thing is given a new form, that the creator has no personification. That's the basic form of the Sikhism. It's formless. When you talk of Vishnu, Brahma, Shiv, then you create the image. But God has no image, it's just light. And Durga and Chandi, the most strongest character are Durga, and it's in feminine form. And Durgesh is the masculine form. So Durgesh and Durga combine to make Chandi. Chandi is a terminology of Brahm Gyan. Basically, Brahm Gyan is the knowledge of the ultimate. And in demons are the demons both of mind and of the scriptures, Hindu scriptures. Maheshwar, for example, comes in Adi Granth. This is a soul which has a mind like a bull, doesn't listen to the truth, is stubborn in character. Raktabij, again, is a part of the Hindu mythology, but here he symbolizes illusion. Madhu Ketab is a character in Adi Granth. Madhu means sweet, Ketab means insect. So the Ketab is negative in Madhu. This symbolizes the soul which is inclined towards spiritualism but is overpowered by materialism. So the basic thing is that Guru Gobind Singh transformed these, metaphorized these demons of the Hindu scriptures into the real evils that are face to face with us. And then most important is that those who understand Chandi Di Vaar would be blessed. Durge paat padhaye sabbe podiyan, fe na juni aya jin e gaya. So Gobind Singh says that those who recite these 55 podis would have no rebirth, he'll receive moksha. He'll be absolved from the cycle of the birth and the rebirth. And the word Gaya is traditionally interpreted who will sing. But it's not singing, it is understanding. It is assimilation in a part of your body. And by the way, there's another beautiful thing in this. Guru Gobind Singh was the first person who said that God created the double-edged sword, negative and positive. The same concept which earlier Guru Har Gobind had talked of Miri and Piri, the spiritual and material, and you cannot divide the two. They are the obverse and the reverse of the same coin. And being two sides of the same coin, they go together. Same is about Bhagavati. And Bhagavati represented by sword, double-edged, it can kill both ways. So following the invocation of the composition is a description of the war which takes place between Durga and the demons. At the end of the composition is the verse, Durga paat baniye sabbe podiyan, fir na joni aaye jine e gaya. That's the line. So if you sing these podis, then you are absolved from all. And the main reason for writing the Chandi Di Vaar so many times that Guru Gobind Singh wanted to bring a sea change, as I said. And that sea change was not possible. The whole content, the story begins with the demons overthrowing gods and establishing their sway where the gods rule. And then God ordered Durga to come up, and Durga came. And Durga came, helped the angels. Now, can you believe that the angels are being defeated? That means the instinct of man is basically materialistic. And that is why they were successful. But the man who is spiritually strong can overpower those instincts. And the whole thing, Bhagavati, is a composition that highlights the events and the incidents of Chandi. Clearly follow the Hindu scriptures, Markandeya Puran, but the interpretation is more spiritual. And that makes Chandi Di Vaar an outstanding piece of poetry, full of spirituality, full of capability of overcoming the baser instincts to enable human beings become victorious in a war against the oppressor. The oppressor can be a political oppressor. The oppressor can be a social oppressor. The oppressor can be the evil instincts. It is a manifestation of the fight of the right against wrong, whatever the manifestations of wrong may be, at a personal level, at a social level, at a political level. That evil has to be opposed and destroyed. And that's a message of Vaar Bhagavati, the martial song that was and remains the ultimate aspect of Sikhism, live by fighting the evil. If you die is immaterial, but the fight is important. And fight to win is granted if you are on the side of justice and righteousness. Thank you.